Hey, leadership community, I'm video conferencing you to ask you a question. What are you doing? What are you up to? What's happening? I don't mean in your unique life of many, many things that are happening in your relationships, in your work, in your neighborhood, in your family. We could talk all day about what's going on there. I'm asking you, what is your role and what is your responsibility and what are you doing as it relates to your leadership capacity and recognition at Vista? Yeah, if you need to, pause the video for just 60 seconds and write down the first things that come to your mind that you feel responsible for as a leader. And I'm guessing for most of you, you will not write down what I would write down for you and what I would humbly suggest is your primary responsibility and role as a leader. Here it is. First, let me say this. Your job, your responsibility, your role, your calling as a leader, a Christian leader, is the most important role and responsibility you have in this lifetime, and is the most important job on the face of the planet if the most important thing we do as a church, as a Christian body, as a group, is to reach for those who are far from God and do our part to bring them close so that they might find him. If that's the most important thing we do as a church is to draw and attract and gather others close to God so that they might find him, then your job as a leader is the most important job, because those who are reaching and living missionally, which should be, could be, hopefully is increasing reality for everyone in the church. Everyone in the church has that responsibility to be missional, to be in alignment with the purposes of God, to reach those that are far from God and help them to become worshipers of God. Those people lose their way. They lose their encouragement. They become discouraged. They forget how they are uniquely designed to reach, how they are a part of a body that is reaching. They need help seeing the mission field, who within their spheres of influence is theirs to reach and to pray for. The church tires quickly, gets discouraged quickly, loses its way quickly, forgets their call to reach. And it is leaders who help the church stay on mission. The most important thing that you do as a leader, whether you're leading a welcome team or a life group, is to help those individuals to whom you've been given responsibility, not simply to carry out their practical responsibility, but to encourage them as saints in the mission field in what they're doing, to help them see how God is working in their life and in their life for others' sake, and to encourage them and to equip them and to help them. I would suggest that as you and if you get closer and closer and more intimately into that space as a leader, you will become increasingly encouraged and excited about what you do. If all you're doing is helping people pass out bulletins, or if all you're doing is creating a space where people can come and have some dessert and have their kids taken care of and just process some Bible truth, those things will not equate to passion and calling and energy and excitement and joy and contentment. But what will do those things is for us to be pressing in and encouraging those in the very rich work of reaching the world for Christ. You are in a position as a leader to do that on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. This is what we're asking you to do as a leader, is to be aware of the 5 to 10 to 20 people that you have some responsibility for, and to help them be encouraged in their call to reach the world. That's it. Please find ways to distribute the work of that is redundant, like finding sitters, finding hosts, making the desserts, making the phone calls, doing the things that are necessary to coordinate schedules. Please, please, please find those that are gifted in those things and help distribute that load so that you can primarily be praying for, helping, and assisting and encouraging the saints to do the work that God has called them to do, to reach those that are far from God and be a part of bringing them close. This is the thing that we are hopeful that as leaders we're doing and encouraging one another to do together. So I come back to the question, as a leader, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing that very critical, important work? I hope so. I want to encourage you that, in that I want to equip you in that. We want to be a part of building a leadership community that is doing that, in addition to obviously many other things, but that most importantly and best. That's the critical building block of everything we hope to do. And you're it. You are it.